The videos that I upload are like my personal journal, which documents the things that I experience with people and the world around me as it relates to religion. When it comes to religion, people use religion as a way to camouflage themselves. They hide behind the name of God. They hide behind the Bible and say, and once as they are saying that they believe in God and they believe in the Bible, they think that they are worthy and they are holy and that they are going to make it to heaven. But when you dissect this thing and look deep within it, you see that it isn't love that drives these people towards seeking God. When you look deep into it, you see it's really fear that drives them to do the right thing. Because if it weren't for the so-called devil, if it weren't for the fear of being burnt in hell, if it weren't the fear of not making it to heaven, then these people would do even more evil atrocities. So that is why this fear is in place for them, so it can push them towards doing good. So we really see that it isn't love that pushes them towards righteousness. It is really fear. Because they hate the devil so much, and yet if it weren't for the devil and the fear of going to hell, then most people would resort to negativity and criminal behaviors. So we see that these people don't really know what they believe in. If you should go to a church and sit down in the church, most of what the pastor himself is even preaching, he doesn't even understand what he's preaching. If you should show him hidden esoteric meaning behind the Bible verses or Bible scriptures, he would be so perplexed and even say that you are a madman or you blaspheme, because he doesn't tap into the spiritual realm, the spiritual faculties of his mind to really grasp spiritual things. Because most of the things that we hear in the Bible are not literal or physical things. They are deep spiritual truths that have deeper connotations. So a lot of these pastors and church members take these things literal, and that cause them to miss the whole point. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, we need to stop, look to other men as guides and go back within ourselves, tap into ourselves and find the truth and the light for ourselves. So it's like we have to rebel against everything that we have been told. What is God and what is the devil, and what is wrong from right, and what is negative and positive, and start search for the truth for yourself, because we have always been told what to believe in. We have always been told what to believe in, and not what we have found out for our own selves. So we have to go on a lonely journey to find the truth for ourselves and stop depending on another book. I'm not saying that book is not a good thing, okay, because you can find high-level spiritual truths in books, but we still need to search deep within ourselves to find the light for our own selves. We need to be a refuge unto our own selves, because if the world says that they believe in God and that they are Bible people, then I don't understand how the world is such a dark place, lacking in love. I can't understand why people says that they love God and we are so quick to kill each other, to hate each other, to rob from each other. I can't understand how people says that they love God and yet we don't share. I can't understand how people says they love God. And they are not enlightened. They don't know God. Because if we really knew who God was, the world wouldn't be like this. And yet again, the God that they believe in. I know some deep things when it comes to the God that they believe in, but that is for another video. Because the God that they said they believe in, they don't even know if he really exists. So I'm not saying that there isn't a real God, but who is that God? And if they should know the real God, I can tell you that most of them would run and flee in terror. So we need to learn to love ourselves first and foremost before we can learn to love others. So what I see in the world is people, they are really godless, and they think that they have God. They are really godless. And then another man's God is another man's devil. Because my God that I have communicated directly, telepathically through deep spiritual meditation, would probably be a devil to most other people, and people would say that I'm worshiping the devil and that I have blasphemed. And while at the same time I'm looking back at them and saying to myself that they are worshiping the wrong God. So this causes division, it causes war. So that is what religion is: war, chaos. Because when we know the Supreme One, when we know the truth, when we have seen that one light and all eyes have seen that one light, then how are we all speaking different truths? Other people saying that one sky, one saying it's blue, one saying it's green, one saying it's red. Because we are not seeing the world through the eye of truth, which is the third eye, our pineal gland. When we are seeing the world through this one spiritual eye, it is said in the Bible that let thine eye be single, and if thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be filled with light. This is speaking about the single eye, which is the third eye. And once we see through that eye, which is the eye of God, then we shall see everything as one, and then we would have one consciousness, and everybody would see the whole truth about God, about the devil, and about the world, and about the connection with one another as oneness. So we'd all be one, even though in physical bodies. But as long as you are seeing things from a logical perspective, from an earthly logical perspective, and from the physical eyes, then you can't see the real ultimate truth. That is why the ego has to die in order for you to see higher divine truth. The ego has to die. We have to transcend this physical form, this limited mind, in order to see deeper and wider knowledge of our universe and of ourselves. So I used to let this thing bother me a lot, but I've grown and matured and understand that not all the trees are tall the same. So therefore not everyone is going to see the truth as how I can see it. So I accept that, but it is also my duty to still burn the bright light so they can also see. And not everyone is going to see, but who have eyes to see, they will see, and who have ears to hear, they will hear. So I will be uploading other deep, insightful videos as time to come. Thank you for watching.